Friday happy hour at Keeneland, and we're looking for a pick three half price special. Let's get after it. Hello, welcome back to Billy Ho's Sports. We're going to complete the Friday racing at Keeneland with the preview of the Jessamine and the Alcibiades, which are races 8 and 9. We already have a video separate out on the Ogden Phoenix, which is race 7. Check that one out. This is going to be a bonus video with a pick three ticket. We're going to round out for those three races, 7 through 9. Check the description for the details on all the racing this week. Split the pot draw on Thursday, win a free $20 bet if you are a subscriber. So smash that like button. We're going to get right into it with race number 8, the Jessamine. Let's go. And we begin with the grade 2 Jessamine for 2-year-old fillies going a mile and a 16th on the turf. Number 1, Lit Ship, Joe Sharp, Jose Ortiz, 6-1. Had a little trouble with the crop in the first time out. She probably should have won this race. She started drifting out down the stretch right here, and then Ortiz got after her with the crop, and she jumped and almost literally leaped over the wire in first place. She was getting beat, and then that just kind of sparked her when she got that crop going the other direction. So she shied away from it twice. So I guess maybe she did better this time around, or Jose laid off of it because he got her out to the lead. So she just went wire to wire and repelled them all at Kentucky Downs, going 6.5. Really good effort taking it all the way there. I think Jose could probably work out a nice trip for the rail, but as far as like a pick three ticket, probably just would go with exotics only on this one. Probably not going to make the top flight. We're going to have to spread a little bit because this is a super deep field, so we actually need to get going. If we want to cover them all, Mac and Knack. Number 2, George Arnold, back-to-back 80 speed figures, good races at Saratoga. Couldn't get there in the debut, going 5.5, but then does close out at a heavy favorite at Kentucky Downs. I'm more in tune with horses that overcame, because what I saw at Kentucky Downs was a lot of front running and a lot of soft paces and a lot of hard to catch horses once that stretch hit. And so for horses to get a little pace and to be able to run into a little pace and close, I don't mind that at all, especially plus the nice pushing effort after getting off to the slow start in the first one. So this one is worth a look. Second in prime power, George Arnold, Luis Saez hook up. Can't go wrong there. Now, Caroline. This one, a little nice win to start it off. So 15-1 morning line. She won her debut on a sloppy sealed Ellis track. Then she didn't hold up, going 6.5 in the untappable at Kentucky Downs. Now she might be able to handle the Keeneland turf a little better, but I can't see it going here. She's 10th in prime power for a reason. The connections don't look good to me with Leperoux and company, so I'm going to pass on that one. Aggressive Lime. The connections do look good, but the one race at Kentucky Downs was almost a front running win. And those, when the pace was kind of -6, kind of blah, going a mile and not much pressure and just pulls away to win by 4 in command the whole way. I think that's just a little too easy going. Now, I mean, Flavian Pratt's always dangerous on the turf, and Brad Cox is that dude. So I've watched enough of those races. She is sired by Authentic, so I think she'll go to the lead early, and I think that she is catchable. She might be in play. We'll stay tuned for that. We're going to go to Rose Room. Number 5 is a nice looking closer. Was able to close to within almost within a neck. Finished 4th technically, but a neck of the finish. So it was a blanket finish in the juvenile fillies at Kentucky Downs, and she did win, closing nicely, going 7.5 at Delaware. So a little bit of distance test on the first run, and I like the 7.2, 8.0 average win distance. Ghost Zapper is the sire, Godolphin owned and bred. All that looks good, except for the prime power rating is not so much. But I thought this was a really good close, and if it translates, then it could be in for a nice surprise. Rose Room 20-1 long shot morning line. So Victor, help me. Definitely a long shot, 30-1. Just don't like any of these efforts. Slow improvement, and then did run out and ran 5th in the first turf race at Kentucky Downs, but was no threat, not really even close, going 6.5. Maybe stretching out does something for him. Another authentic sire, but like I said, the Concepcion Torres and Walter Rodriguez don't strike me as the upset type here, so we're going to pass on them. Diablo Shiraz getting even further down the line. This one's 50 to 1, and she just hasn't shown she belongs here yet. But I did like the win at Kentucky Downs, clear and held. But the Sophie Doyle, John Ennis, those connections, like I said, I just not there. You got to take some stands when there's like 14 horses in the race, or 12 to 14. It depends on how many AEs get in or whatever. But this one I'll pass on. Loveliest is this one is one I do have interest in. Eddie Kennelly, Tyler Gaffleone. Just like I didn't trust the Kentucky Downs winners going wire to wire. I don't dismiss them when they perform badly. This one wasn't as bad as it looks on paper, coming up through the rail right here when I watched the race, but then got trapped. The window closed as soon as it opened, and he was coming through, or she was coming through real fast with Tyler Gaffleone aboard, and then had to just pull up and steady and almost go in a little sideways there. So I think that would have been a lot better finish. Already got the big 5 length win going a mile at Ellis, which I like as well. So this one coming up was the beaten favorite in that race. I think you'll see a lot better here. And I love 15 to 1 morning line odds for this maiden winner. So rounding into the turn here, we are at Infinite Sky. The 9 horse Brad Cox trains got the win second out at Kentucky Downs. Didn't perform all that great at Ellis to start off. Not this time, sire. Good looking pedigree, I'd say. Definitely Sky Painter Street Cry underneath. Just don't know. I think I'll use it on the ticket. I think that maybe the Kentucky Downs effort provided some stamina, but I think the speed probably still needs a little improvement. So if they can move forward off of that, we'll be in good shape. Nice pressing style, and may take to the Keeneland surface quite nicely. Then we have number 10 Red Beretta, who I'm sure that Kentucky Downs effort helped her along, but I don't think it was a good 84 speed figure, but I'm not really sure where I'll land on them having to drop her all the way to 32K to get the win, and then tried to go up to the debutante and then lost by 7. But did run well here, so I don't know if it's going to translate. So I don't really much care for, like I said, horses that are coming over from Kentucky Downs, but I did like the way it wasn't on the front end. So I will say that. So Red Beretta's maybe worth a look in exotics, not going to make the ticket. Imagination, the lady, probably needs a little more experience. That was a front running effort at Kentucky Downs for the first one out. Frankie Dettori picks up the mount. So we'll see what happens with her. Outside post is not a good spot. I kind of don't like that for the speed horses in this one. So Time to Dream is probably the one to beat, I would say. A couple of strong victories to start her career. The PG Johnson was just a really good turn of foot, hit the stretch, driving hard down the stretch, and was able to get it done. No problem. Went a mile, then a mile 16th. Got good breeding, not this time. Rapoli Stables, Ty Pletcher, Irad Ortiz, all that spells doom for the other horses. Now we'll have to overcome the outside post, but I find it a little easier for sustained closers to just slide over and get in position rather than to try to break out toward the front. So this one's got a better chance. Now the two AEs, Soloist and Dinah, you could probably consider them both. You can see how well this one ran for Kenny McPeak, and then pretty good 85 in the Catch a Glimpse, lost by 2. Stretching out, got quality road breeding. So either one of these are worth a look if they draw in. Just keep that in mind. But I'm going to spread deep on the pick 3 ticket. I'm going to take number 8, Loveliest, for the long shot play, 15 to 1. Just take a shot on that one to get the win. But 2, 5, 8, 9, and 12. So we are going 5 deep for that leg. Technically, it's leg 2. So we will cover all 3 legs when we get there. Let's jump over to race 9 and speed things up with a much smaller, more manageable field in the Darley Alcibiades. Percy's Bar. You're going to hear Tommy Joe and Percy's Bar rematch. Percy's Bar was a distant second. It wasn't much of a match the first time around because Tommy Joe was just lights out down the stretch, but this was a good stalking effort and made the turn. Just was too far behind the leader to get there, and was able to just pull clear of the rest of the field. Was clearly second best in the spin away, a grade 1 effort. So Percy's Bar is definitely worth a look. And then you have Go To Girl. Kenny McPeak trains this one. Nick's Go Philly, slowly on the improve, but I think her speed figures need more. She's just a little bit behind in the speed, but she is slowly improving each time around. So we'll see what she's got going into this one. Nice effort at Ellis leading in to break the maiden, but no thanks. Here's Tommy Joe, 91 and 92, just blew them out in each race, clear, well clear all the way, just in command under Kendrick Carmouche, getting Johnny V back up. Johnny V's already ridden her once, so that's a good news. It's Todd Pletcher. This has got to have Todd Pletcher excited about future prospects of maybe the little Kentucky Oaks action, because this one's already moving up into those ranks. Now she gets her two-turn test, so we'll see if she's still got it. The Grumpy Rabbit, Kenny McPeak, Flavian Pratt. This one will be a good test for those top two choices so far. Flavian Pratt gets the mount. Plus 13s across the board in a very fast pace at Ellis Park going a mile. That's good news, pulling away to win by 6 going a mile. I think it's good for the stamina. Nice transition over to excuse me, nice transition over to Keeneland from Ellis. Good value at 12-1 morning line. So now we got Hot Diva, Luis Saez, Patrick Biancone. This one's kind of a long shot. Just ran the first turf race and cracked it. So 3 dirt races underneath at 70K versus lesser. Poor speed figures. Even though she did finish second in all 3 affairs and getting a jockey upgrade, I think they were just lesser company. So I am going to pass on that one. Third in prime power, but I'm not feeling that one. And then Wannsee Weather, I'm a complete toss for me. The two Kentucky Downs turf races, I don't even know what we're looking at here. May improve by trying the dirt. So that one's out of my wheelhouse. So basically, we're going to go number 3, Tommy Joe, for the win and the key. And I would do like maybe just do like a key trifecta key. You can key Tommy Joe on top, and then maybe use the 1-4 in the second slot, and then just click the all button for the third slot, just in case one of these Wannsee Weathers comes in at like 20-1 and just cleans up the mess down the stretch. So that's what we're going to do with that one. Now let's build that pick 3 ticket. If you watch the first video I did on the Phoenix, I landed on the 5 Nakatomi as my winner. I'm also going to throw in the 3 Skelly, just on off chance that it's a good day for Skelly and gets out on the lead and just is uncatchable on the Keeneland surface. Maybe the Keeneland surface run a little hot that day coming up. It's been real dry here lately. We haven't had much rain this week, and I don't foresee any coming. So maybe we get a fast Oaklawn-ish type track. So I'm going to make it 3-5 for the opening leg with Nakatomi. And then I'm going 2, 5, 8, 9, and 12 for the long middle leg. And we're singling the 3 Tommy Joe in the third leg. I think Tommy Joe is just far and above the rest of those horses there. So we can do a dollar pick 3 for $10. Now, what I might think about doing is maybe making it a $2 pick 3 and singling that 5 Nakatomi and then doubling up. So check back Saturday morning for the adjustments. Make sure you're subbed to the channel, leaving that comment to get in the split the pot draw this week. That's coming up Thursday, so stay tuned. We got more Keeneland coverage coming. See you soon.